Okay. Good morning everybody. Just letting you know that one more video lesson hopefully before we actually return back to school. Sorry it wasn't this week, but we'll do a little number on short division, see how we go on with that. Okay. Now what we'll be doing today is learning how to divide numbers up to 3 digits, so up to the hundreds, using the bus stop method. What is the bus stop method, you ask for yourself? Well, in that case I shall show you with an example. All right, so if I wanted to divide the number 120 and divide that by 5, okay, the easiest way of doing that is to create a bus stop, put the number in the bus stop and the divisor, which is the number 5, on the outside. Okay, what I'm going to do then is say how many 5s go into 1, how many 5s go into 12, how many 5s go into 120. All right, so we're looking at partitioning and breaking up, all right, that number. So how many 5s go into 1? There aren't any. Okay, so what I do is cancel the 1, put it above the 2. Now I've got how many 5s go into 12. Okay, how many 5s go into 12? 2, but I've got 2 remainder. So what I do with the 2 remainder is to put that above the 0. How many 5s go into 20? And the answer is 4. So the answer to 120 divided by 5 equals 24. Okay, I'll do some other examples and run through those. You try and do them with me. And then you'll get the idea of how to do them. We're going to start with single digits and we're going to move on to double digits. Okay, and all of these that we're doing for the first 8 sums are without remainders, so they all go in exactly. Okay, all right, 104 divided by 4. Put the bus stop in, the number inside and the divisor outside. Okay, 4s into 1 don't go, so cancel the 1, put it above the 0. How many 4s in 10? That'll be 2. 2 4s are 8, so that leaves 2 remainder. Put that above the 4. Okay, how many 4s go into 24? And that answer would be 6. So the answer to the question 104 divided by 4 equals, it goes 26 times. So 4 will go into 104 26 times. Okay, we'll do number 2. 324 divided by 6. We're now getting some bigger numbers. You use the same method all the time. Okay, put your bus stop in. The divisor, which is the 6, the big number inside your bus stop, and again what you're working is how many 6s go into 3. Nope, that's not going to work, so cancel the 3, put it next to the 2. That turns that number into 32. How many 6s go into 32? All right, well 5 6s are 30. I think that's near enough for what I can get, so 5 6s are 30. It's got 2 remainder again. How many 6s go into 24? Work that out on your multiplications. How many 6s go into 4? 4 times 6 is 24, so the answer is 54. Don't worry, okay, if all of a sudden you're thinking that your times tables aren't good enough to be able to work out what division is. I have included a times table right up to 20, so 20 times 20, that you can use to work out, you know, when we're using class, we're looking at our 12 times table and we're trying to find out what 12 times 11 is, and we move our lines across. So 12 times 11 would be 132. Okay, so 12 goes into 132 11 times. Okay, you know how to use these, so I've included that within inside the pack. Okay, going back to the work, 234 divided by 3. put your bus stop in, the big number on the outside, little number on the inside. 3 into 2 doesn't go. 3 into 23, okay, well, that'll go 7 times. 7 3s are 21. I think that's the nearest that I can get. So it's 7. That leaves 2 remainder because 23 is 2 more than 21. 3s into 24, that will go 8 times. So the answer is 234 divided by 3 equals, it'll go 78 times. Okay. 504 divided by 8. 8's into 5. Again, that's not going to go at the moment. 8's into 50. Okay. 6 8's are 48. I think that's the nearest I'm going to get. So it's 6 8's are 48. I've got 50, so there's 2 remainder. 8's into 24, 3 times. So 504 divided by 8 is 63. Okay. Now you can use the bus stop method for single digit division. You can also go up to double digit division, but don't go any further than that. So looking at some bigger numbers, okay, 756 inside my bus stop divided by 12, okay. Now 12's into 7, that's obviously not going to go. 12's into 75, well 6 12's are 72, okay, so that'll go 6 times, which leaves 3. 12's into 36 will go 3 times. So 756 divided by 12, 63. 375 divided by 15. In the bus stop, 15. 15 into 3 doesn't go. 15 into 37. 2 15s are 30. So I think it goes 2, but if it's 30, that leaves me with 7. How many times does 15 go into 75? Again, if you're using your times table sheet there, 15, okay, into 75. I found 15, found 75, which means it goes 5 times, okay, and that's exactly. So 15 will go into 375 25 times. Okay. 308 divided by 11. Make sure it's in your bus stop. 11's into 30. 2 11's are 22. Probably the closest I'm going to get. Now that's going to leave a big number. So 2 11's are 22 and I've got 30. So that's going to leave 8. And then how many 11's go into 88? Again, if you know it, that's fine. If you don't, find your 11 times table. How many times will that go into 88? Or goes exactly, and it goes exactly 8 times. So 308 divided by 11, 28. Last one of the ones that go exactly. Bus stop, 504. Again, a double digit number, I'm dividing it by 14. 14 into 5 doesn't go. Cross it out, move it along. 14 into 50. 3 14's are 42. I think that's the closest I'm gonna get. So 3 14's are 42. I've got 50, so 50 minus 42 leaves 8. So it's how many 14's go into 84? I think I'll go back to my sheet. Again, 14 times table. Move myself along. I'm looking for the number 84. I come down my 14 times table. Oh, there you go. Exactly 6 times. 84, 6 times. So the answer is 36. Okay. We've done division without remainders, but sometimes numbers don't go into other numbers when you're dividing exactly. Okay, so I'll give you just 4 examples of what to do if there is a remainder, all right, in short division. So, create my bus stop. I've got the number 346. I'm dividing that by 5. Exactly the same methods we've used above. 5s into 3 don't go. 5s into 34, so 6 5s are 30. So it'll go 6 times, but I've got 4 left over. 5s into 46. Again, what you can do if you're struggling is to look at your 5 times table, move it down. Right, it goes into 45 9 times. So if it goes 9 times to 45, I've still got 1 left over. And because 5 won't go into 1, all you've got is to put that as a remainder. So on the bottom one here, which is with remainders, how many times does 5 go into 346? It goes 69 times, remainder 1. Okay, because that number's smaller than 5. All right, some other examples. 254 divided by 3. 254 divided by 3. Same method. 3 into 2 doesn't go. So 3 into 25. 3 into 25. 8 3s are 24. So it's 8, remainder 1. How many 3s go into 14? 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. 15 is too big a number. So 3 4s are 12. So it's 4, remainder. If that's 12, I've got 2 left over. So the answer is 84, remainder 2. Last couple. 226, I'm dividing that by 6. 6 into 2 doesn't go. 6 is into 22. 3 6s are 18. I think that's the closest I'm going to get. So 3 6s, that would leave 4 over. 6s into 46. Again, if you're struggling with your 6 times table, don't be afraid to use the grid. 6 times table, I'm moving it down to the nearest I can get to 46. 8 times is 48, that's too big a number. 7 times is 42, and it's got to be smaller, so 42, it's 7 times. So I've got 7 times, it's 42, the number was 46, so I've got 4 left over. So the answer is 37, remainder 4. Okay. Last one. Put a bus stop. 294. My divisor is 8. How many times can I put 8 into 294? 8s into 2 don't go. 8s into 29. Again, I can use my grid. How many times can I get 8 into 29? 4 times 32, that's too big. 3 times is 24. So that's what I'm looking at, 24. So it's got to go 3 to start with, but there's some left over. So what's the difference between 29 and 24? Well, that'd be 5. So this number then becomes 54, because I'm putting it just above the 4. 8s into 54. Well, 6 8s are 48, 7 8s are 56, so it's got to be 6. 6 8s are 48, 6, I think this one's going to have a remainder, because what it's going to have a remainder of is the difference between 54 and 48 is 6. Okay, so the answer, how many 8s go into 294? 36 times, remainder 6, because it's not quite 37. 36 is, remainder 6 is the answer. Okay. On the website, I have put a link to a site called School Run, which gives you a written explanation, a further written explanation of short division. There's a video on there, and then 3 worksheets, just very simple worksheets, and they go from easy, medium to more difficult. Have a go at some of those, see how you get on, and I will catch up with you soon.